The first one is to download your credit report. The reason for that is to check to see what score you have on the credit report, to see if there's anything on there that shouldn't be on there, and if there is something on there, to speak to somebody about that to obviously get rid of it. Now, there are various types of credit reports, the main ones being Experian, Equifax and Credit Karma. Check My File is another good one to use as well. So that's the first top tip I'd give to first-time buyers. The second tip I would give is if you have a fairly kind of medium or a kind of medium to sort of higher score, if you don't already have a credit card, this sounds like crazy to do this, but it's always best to try and get some form of credit, such as a credit card is probably the best thing to do, to take one out, to buy a few things monthly on it and pay it off as soon as you get the bill at the end, if you go old school, or if you get basically, you can do it online on an app and just pay it off monthly. And that should increase your credit score slightly as well. So that's another tip I'd give to first-time buyers. The third tip I would give to first-time buyers is to make sure that whether they live with their parents and they've maybe moved out and been a student or moved back again, or wherever they live, whether it's basically at their parents' house or alternatively in rented accommodation, make sure that all your addresses are up to date. Register at the address you actually live at, so that would be obviously your bank statements, and driving license is a big one as well. Make sure that's all registered. Make sure you're also on the voters roll. So that's the third tip I'd give. The fourth tip I'd give is to try and save up as much deposit as possible. I realise in this day and age that's not easy to do. The minimum deposit you do require is 5%, but the higher deposit you have, the more chance you have of obtaining a mortgage. And the fifth tip is, obviously once you have sorted all these other four things out, come and speak to a mortgage broker like ESPC Mortgages and get your mortgage broker to obtain what's called an agreement in principle for you. This is a certificate you'll receive, and it shows the maximum amount of mortgage you can have, which you can borrow, and that there, from there you can actually move forward to the next stage, which is to start seriously looking at properties, making offers through your solicitor, and that's basically the fifth tip I'd give.